Hey, you guys. I'm having technical difficulties right now. Um, my internet's messing up real bad, so if it goes out on any of you, I apologize. I don't know what the hell's going on. Um, it keeps it keeps throwing me off for some reason. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. It's late, but that's when the party gets started for me. When it's late. All right, hold on a second. I have to. Where's my. And even my camera keeps turning. I'm like having just such a hard time right now. I'm hot. Keeps throwing me off my damn internet. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so let me see something here. Hey, Boston. Hey, just because. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Hey, Goose. Yeah, well, hey, Heather. I've had nothing but problems with my internet for a while. Um, Let me see something. So, oh my God. I just can't win. Hold on, you guys. We'll get it together eventually. Okay. Let me pull up myself on YouTube. Yes. Hey, Drippy. I hope everyone's having a good, technically, Wednesday? But I hope everybody had a good Tuesday, whatever. I'm always going live so late. Hopefully that'll change one day. Well, when school starts, it will. Okay. All right. So if I go out for a second, you guys, don't mind that. That means that I'm just grabbing something that I'm going to pull up. I promise I won't keep you guys very long. I promise. I just have some things to say. So hold on one second. Okay. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone, like I said, is having a good day, night, or day, wherever you're at. All right, so I'm going to pull a few things up, and there's a reason why I'm doing this. I am very, if obviously you've watched my videos prior to me ever going live, you know the story between, oh my goodness, Donovan. Then you know the story between Critical K and myself. That's okay, Tara. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I have always been that one to, I feel like that's what commentary is. Holding people accountable for their actions. And although I was a supporter of CK, once I found and figured out the things that she has done and the horrible things that she has said, the hate that she has spewed throughout this community, my feelings for her changed. And that's okay. I've never bashed her looks because we don't go that route down over here. So I don't want any bashing of her as far as her looks or just going. You don't have to go for looks. She gives you enough to talk about. You don't have to talk about her looks. You don't have to talk about her as a parent. Any of those kinds of comments will be deleted, and then you will be blocked. Because I have my feelings about CK, and I will always say what my feelings are. Just like she says what her feelings are, like last night, how she's calling all creators trash and talking stuff about, what she does. The old CK is starting to come back slowly but surely, okay? Instead of her worrying about creators being trash, she should probably worry about the $10 million lawsuit that she has going on, okay? That's what she should be focused on. Because I don't care what anybody says. I specifically watched her when she covered the Andreacchio case. And I know what she did, and I know what she said, and I don't care if she wants to go ahead and take all of those videos and put them behind Patreon so people can pay to see them. I seen them, and I have no reason to lie. I wouldn't have had any problem with that case that she covered. You are more than welcome to defend whoever it is that you wanted to defend. But then when you start victim bashing the mother, that's when I put my 2 cents in. Unsolicited, I don't care. And no, CK has never responded to me, and she doesn't have to. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Don't ever respond to me. That would be wise. Because at the end of the day, I know what I seen, what I heard, and I know that you may not have said anything publicly, but you sure as hell did your talking behind the scenes. But guess what? I don't care what happens behind the scene, because if you're saying it behind my back, it's not being said. But I've had about 3 to 4 people personally come to me and apologize for the way that they treated me when they were on your team. Don't care. I accepted their apology. We're all entitled to their. I don't care. I never cared even when they were talking about me. So, but I appreciate them. I accept their apology, but that still shows me that she was talking about me behind the scene. And I've seen the things that were said. And that's okay. I don't care. I don't care what you say behind the scene. Because you damn sure can't say it to my face. So, I want to remind you guys of why I dislike this person. Because I've never really went in depth with it. I've just told my story, which was I was a supporter of hers. And I would be a supporter of hers had she not said the nasty, horrible, vile things that she has said. I still would be. I don't think that, I respected the fact that she encouraged critical thinking. So what I heard, wedge clips mixed in with screenshots of comments and sing-along chat stuff. It wasn't about Tia. I haven't watched her, but I did hear our word. I'm sure she did. She does a lot of talking behind the scene. Yeah, she does. I know. And I don't care what she says about me behind the scene. Yes, she's the lady that calls people peasants. So the reason why I want to remind you, because I think people are starting to forget, because obviously she has been keeping her mouth shut a little bit more because of this lawsuit, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, this lawsuit, I pray for Ray Andriacchio. I think she's a very strong, resilient woman. But I don't know about this lawsuit and if it's even going to go far, because it's such a fine line when you're taking somebody to court for defamation. And I feel like if Tati and Without a Crystal Ball settled, but I don't know. I feel like Without a Crystal Ball is a more intense case of slander, because she made up things about Tati and Tati's husband. I don't know how far this case is going to go. I hope that it goes far, just for the simple fact that, people need to learn a lesson when they're victim bashing and victim shaming and stuff like that. But I don't know, you guys. No. I don't think it is going to go far, but if it does, that would be awesome. That would be really awesome. 1 second, you guys. Okay, sorry. All right, so 1 second. Just pull something up real quick. And you might not see me for a second, but I'll still be here. So 1 second. Okay. I don't know why all these things are on here, you guys. Hold on. Okay. Let me catch up on some comments here. So she talked about somebody's body several times, and her or her subs had a mental illness. A lot about body image, criticize her channel creator. Really? That's the worst. She can't talk to you, but she'll talk about you. Tia, she's a poser. So much for her badass persona. You're a real one, Tia, and she knows this. Well, thank you, just because. I appreciate that. So I've watched her. I've commented. I've even messaged her once to give her a heads up when someone mentioned they were making it their mission to go after her legally, not current legal stuff. I don't know anything about her, but she gets off on Chris Watts and the murder of his wife. Yes, she does. Even with legal action hanging over her head, she doesn't stop. It's self-inflicted punishment. It's going to catch up with her one of these days. And I hope it catches up with her sooner. I mean, look, you guys, I'm not going to talk. The one thing that I will say is, hold on, let me fix this camera. The one thing that I will say is I would never talk about her as a parent. I know, it just turned off. I would never talk about her as a parent because I don't know what type of parent she is. And you guys know that I am 100% against that. I would never talk about her as any of those things. The only thing that I will ever talk about her as or discuss is her behavior here on YouTube. And I'm trying to fix my camera, you guys. And I watched it and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I will give you kind of a backstory. And the reason why is because there are some people that may not know. I don't know how I found CK. But anyway, she came up, recommended to me or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I like the way she thinks. I'm like, wow, she seems like she's awesome. And I thought, it was very intelligent and very awesome that she encouraged critical thinking, because I feel like critical thinking is something that should be encouraged. So I started watching her. I've went up on her panel. I've had some great discussions with her and the people on her panel. And while, I was supportive, she's actually the first person that I ever supported through Patreon. And then people would send me messages constantly. The more they would see me on her panel, and they were, they're like, what are you doing? This is a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, don't come at me with this mess. Just don't. Don't come at me with this mess, because I don't go by what people say. I like to figure out things on my own. Let me see if this works. Hold on. So, I still would go on her panel and show her support, paying Patreon all the time, whatever, every month. And during that time, I just became curious on my own. I'm like, okay, well, now it's time for me to do my own research. And I started researching her. Hold on. I started researching her, and I'm like, holy shit. And that's why I guess it's very stressed to research a person, before you support them. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't feel like it's something that you have to do, but I feel like it's kind of important. You just want to be careful with who you choose to support. But so once I started researching her, I was like, whoa. And one of the things in particular that the George Floyd thing was not only sad, but it was hurtful. It was very hurtful. And then that's when I made my own decision. And my decision was to stop supporting her, because once I started seeing some of the things that she's saying, and I didn't know for sure if that was her on Netflix calling Shanann Watts a bee, but she is infamous for that. Don't get infamous and famous twisted. Oh my God. I don't know why this camera's doing this. I'm going to leave this camera off for a minute. Don't get infamous and famous twisted, because they are two different things, obviously. And she is infamous for calling a woman who was murdered by her husband a bitch and saying that it is pretty much her fault. I will show you in a minute, Nicole. So once I seen those things, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna support somebody like this. This is America. Obviously, you're free to say whatever it is that you want to say, but at the end of the day, ignorance is blissful for some people. And the things that she has spewed is beyond disgusting. And to me personally, I know that obviously, people like that don't change. People like that don't change. And isn't she older? Like, it just doesn't. So of course she's saying things probably behind the scenes. Of course she is. But what you say behind the scenes is what you say behind the scenes, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I understand that the things that you say can always be used against you, but at the end of the day, I care more about the hate that she spews on social media publicly. That's what I care about. So I don't know what it's like. I have to have my camera on different settings and all that kind of crap. And if you guys have experiences with her, I am more than ready to hear about them. I don't know for sure if I'm going to open the panel or not. It just depends on how late we go for, because I don't want to go keep you guys too late. So hold on. I'm just going to pull up some things that I want to show you guys real quick. Okay, I need to see something real quick if this works. I don't even know if it's going to or not. We'll get there with the camera thing, but it's life. Shit goes wrong all the time. So I've had some very, when I started holding CK accountable, and calling her out on a lot of the things that she was doing, trust and believe, people go hard, for who they care about, and I think it's understandable. But I think what bothered me the most is when they would come for me, it was always my looks. Oh my gosh. Hold on, you guys. It was always my looks. Thank you for the super chat. I'm talking and it's on mute. Okay. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate you. Okay. Alrighty. Lord Jesus. Hopefully it's on the right setting. I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. All right. So if I disappear, don't worry. I'll be right back. I'm getting some info and bringing it over to here. Okay. Well, maybe I don't have to do that. Hold on. Nah, I can't do it that way. But if you guys do have any experience with her, I'll try to hurry this up so you guys can, share your experiences. I'm all for hearing it. Hey, Natasha, how are you? All right, let's get it. Today's just not my night, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. Now, you guys remember when I was able to do this before. I'm sorry, you guys. I literally got kicked out of here. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought, oh my God, I lost everybody. Okay. I think I got it now. So hold on. If I don't, like, screw it. Like, I just don't even care. There, we got it. Okay, so I did it. All right. I'm going to show you guys something. Oh, shit. I'm telling you guys, somebody has cursed me. And I know who it is. I just have a funny feeling. Because why is this shit happening to me? Okay. Oh, that's just a screenshot. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Just bear with me here because it's hard for me to see. Okay. Let me just try it and see if it works. Or can you? Sorry, sounded bossy. What are you talking about? Hold on, I'll get to the comments in a minute. I'm just trying to do something here real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to copy this here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to copy this because this isn't gonna work. Okay, I will. Give me 1 second. I just want to show you guys something real quick, if I can even do it. You guys have to bear with me here because I'm not used to StreamYard yet. I'm still trying to figure everything out, so bear with me. All right, I'm going to share my screen one more time. Hold on, let me make me bigger. There we go. Gosh, that looks weird. I just look weird. I think it's just my camera. I'm not used to it yet. Can I? No. No. Let's try it again. Can you guys see that when it pops up? Well, just my camera looks, it looks weird. But thank you, Boston. You're so sweet. Did you guys see that when it popped up? Cult members. I'm going to play something for you guys that was sent to me. I don't know if you want them to know, but I'm going to play something. But I'm trying to pull something up, for God's sakes. And it is, you guys see that right there, right? So that's what I'm trying to pull up. It's just if it comes up, I don't know if you guys see it. So you guys let me know if you see it when it comes up, okay? Just let me know. Which I don't think it is going to. Never mind. I'll just look my damn self. Hold on. Okay, never mind. You guys see it? All right, so this is the stuff that I want to show you guys. Okay, some of it. I'm not going to show you all of it because I'm sure that, some of you guys have seen this already. I don't know personally who made this. I know that it's a YouTube channel that's, she used to do it. I don't know if she did, but there's some things that I want to show you of what I did my own research and found some things for myself. And this is where you can understand why I say the things that I say. Okay. So as you can see here, this is all CK. There's her picture. Okay. There's her picture. So let me just show you why this was made. The harassment, cyberbullying, and victim shaming of murder victims. It comes to our attention that Kate is indeed herself guilty of cyberbullying and online abuse. She has used her YouTube channel and corresponding Facebook group to spread hate and venom at the murder victims, their families, her former YouTube co-host, as well as former Facebook group members. She has disparaged them and mocked them all in the cruelest ways. Okay. Now, most of you guys know that she does not have, all of her videos are now down. They're not down, but they are behind Patreon. So there's only so much you can see. So now you see this is the things that she spews on Twitter. Okay. But I'm going to go through this because there's only really specific things that I want to show you guys, but this is updated. Okay. I'm going to keep going. This is a 90-page PDF. I don't like this word. Just saying. She's known for using that word. There might be some things that you guys can't see, but that's okay. But I need to see something. See, it's things like this. Shut the F up You ugly bitch. You're not funny. I hope they arrest you and prosecute you. You know, why talk to people that way? She's definitely a mean girl. Ugly inside and out. You better not be in my group. That was in 2019. The Bible is the worst book ever written. Read Age of Reason instead. Reject all tyranny, even religious tyranny. Spare us your fake concern for a scumbag FBI director. You know, you see, how do you know that FBI director is scumbag? She wasn't murdered. She was clearly radicalized and out of her mind. She had no business being there and attempting to gain access to the Capitol building. And this is in regards to the woman that passed, she was killed at the Capitol, you know, when they had that whole riot or whatever. Even that is just ridiculous to say, but the only fool is you if you think guns kill people all on their own. Well, that's true. But I'm just going through this stuff. I need to find something else. I've never doxed anyone, never called anyone's employer, never desecrated anyone's pics. This is a pack of lies. But clearly here you see that she's doxed some people, so. Okay. This is when Sherilyn Cato came out with a book or whatnot. And she had something to do with how it got leaked, if I'm not mistaken. These are some of the things that she has obviously said about Frankie. Oh my God. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I stopped supporting her. Don't attack me, please. Be kind in your responses, and I will as well. But could this article be true? What he did for Germany was remarkable. His defeat spelled their ruin. They're a socialist toilet infiltrated with, I'm not saying that with, you don't say it like that. Arabics now. Coincidence? Why did Hollywood and history writers go over the top demonizing him? And this is about Hitler. So this is one of the reasons why I stopped supporting her. One. Okay. I don't care about what these things are. I just don't care. I really don't. Okay, so these are the things that she said about George Floyd, okay? I'm just making sure you guys can hear me. Okay. I'm sick and tired of the boo-hooing over this dude. He is not a whatever that is. And this was not a murder. He killed himself with his poor choices and stupid behavior. He makes me want to vomit when he yells, "Mama, ugh." This is by CK. Sometimes when grown men struggle and fight, someone might die. Why didn't Floyd just get in the damn cruiser? Why don't you ever have an explanation for that? Why did Garner fight and struggle against the cops? Just comply. Better yet, clean your freaking act up and stop being a nuisance to the cops and making yourself a target. I know plenty of black men who don't have these problems. So why is it always one or two that have a history of criminal behavior or conflicts with the police? Another one by CK. You're assuming, oh, I lack empathy now, but I can't lie. I don't find GF to be empathetic. I can't pretend to. I also don't think it makes me a terrible person. If your opinion was George Floyd's, in your opinion, what was George's, y'all get it. Hold on, I'm going to read something else. Dumbass didn't even know how GF died. And this is the officer who shot. I've been very clear why I don't have empathy for this guy. He's a felon who has lived a life of crime. He could be green for all I care. I don't have any respect for him at all. Whatever. I think it could be better worded. It wasn't his fault he died. The man was on meth and fentanyl and struggling with police. If he had just been injured, nobody would have even heard about the case, and likely nobody would have even cared. And most people would rightly attribute his injuries to the struggle. I wouldn't label it brutality. I would say he contributed to the reasons they had to restrain him. The restraint plus the drug abuse and compromised health caused his death. I've never in my life seen a cop suffocate someone. I don't think it's common enough to make this big stink over it. More folks die from medical malpractice. A death is a death in my eyes. I don't get all riled up just because cops are involved. And frankly, I don't understand the selective outrage. The fact the man was brutally killed by the hands of crooked cops doesn't bother you. You see it in that way. You see it in that way. I don't see it in that way. What is she talking about? You going to be able to emotionally accept that, or are you going to cry like a effing baby and call me a racist and all those other kind of names? And this is another reason why I chose not to. So this is in behalf, really, her talking about Vanessa Gillian. I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong. May she rest in peace. I can see both sides of this. We were warned by military experts that putting women in combat roles was a bad idea for this reason. Women in combat roles puts them in a close proximity to men who probably won't deal well with women in their ranks. Combat roles generally are best suited to well-trained, high testosterone men. Those men tend to have little impulse control with women. Moral of the story, women should not be in combat roles. And if they demand to be, they need to learn how to deal with these situations or even attempt a combat position. If you can't handle the inner workings of the military, the other side is the military should do more to protect the women in combat roles. But if you expect that of the military, you will weaken them and leave us a more vulnerable nation. A country will fail without strong military. My vote is for removing women from combat roles, period. They never even should have been allowed in combat roles in the first place. Come at me. And I'll read this last thing. This will be my copy and paste from now on. If you get served it, it might mean I really, really, really want to help you understand my logic and feel you have the aptitude to understand my logic. The military attracts aggressive men. It always has. It is an attractive field for them. Aggressive men often lack impulse control. Aggressive men also have high levels of testosterone. The military has always had issues with assaults. Those assaults are on the rise against women. Assaults against women have been going up since the ban was lifted on women in combat in 2015. This may be due to aggressive men seeing women as competition, objects of their rage. Aggressive men who lack impulse control are for some reason making it into the military for specific risk to women in the military given the increased numbers of positions of women. I recognize all this as a problem and want a solution, but you can find a solution without recognizing painful and horrible truths. And this is stuff about the little girl that is missing that I don't want to talk about that because it's not right. And of course, you see something. I heard she was recently talking about Natasha, and of course, she is still talking about Natasha here. It just goes on. But and this is a little bit too blurry for me to read. I can't see that. I'll have to somehow figure out how to get that because I really need to figure out, since it's behind her Patreon, all of the things that this is when she docs Will, all of the things that she has been saying and things that she did say with the Andriacchio case. Okay. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. She has said a lot more about him. Those are just things that I wanted to tell you guys. There's a reason why I feel the way that I feel about her. And it's not just for no reason. Okay. What in the hell? Why can't I see my comments? Okay. It's not like I'm just making all of this stuff up. These are things. This is just how I feel about her. And now you know why. Okay. The anti-Semitic comments, the things that she said about George Floyd, may he rest in peace. And the things that she said about George Floyd is what did it for me. And she has said more things about him. Like she said more vile, nasty things about him. Like he's a piece of shit. He's this and he's that. But we all know what the outcome and what that turned into. And obviously it didn't turn into something good. Okay. As far as George Floyd, it set the world on fire. And in no way, shape, or form is that his fault. And it wasn't his fault. And I don't give a shit about his criminal record. His criminal record has nothing to do with what happened to him. Period. And I hope that that's understood. And I'm going to play something that was sent to me. Hold on. I will play this. Okay. I hope you guys are keeping it very respectful in the comments. I really hope so. Thank you. I mean, it was just horrible. Like, I mean, we all seen it. We all seen it. And what type of person would I be to support somebody like that? Had I not seen those things, I would probably still be supporting her. You know what I mean? I don't think now, because I've definitely seen a lot of the hate that she spewed throughout the community, but those were the main reasons why I had to say bye-bye to her. Okay. All right. So thank you for keeping it respectful. Thank you so much, Melissa. All right, let me see if I can share this voice thing. Hold on, I can do this. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, let me get it a second to download. So what did you guys think about that? I've never went in depth with you guys of why I dislike CK. I am not the type of person to spew hate. I am not the type of person to follow the crowd. I have a mind of my own. I make my own decisions, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion, right? I have never talked about her looks, even though she has talked about mine. I have never done anything really to her except for call her out on her bullcrap. And recently, even with her being in this lawsuit with the whole Christian Andreacchio case, may God rest his soul, my heart goes out to Ray. And as I've said, and I will continue to say, I don't give a shit who she was defending. If she was defending whoever, you have your right, your God-given right to defend whoever you want to. And I don't give a shit if you were defending Dylan and Whitley. That's fine. That's fine. But you don't have to bash the mother. You don't have to bash her as a parent. Can you imagine your child allegedly self-harming himself, and then somebody basically blaming it on you as the parent, blaming you for these things? If you read the details in that court deposition or whatever of why Ray Andreacchio is doing this, these things are true. These are things that she has said. I've seen her say it. I specifically watched her, every single one of her lives that she was covering on this case. Not because I like her, okay? I watched it because I couldn't believe the things that she was saying and the hate that she was spewing. And that is why I have a problem with her, okay? I understand. You might as well say she's kind of like Howard Stern, right? Like, you know, she does and says things to shock people, to make people, you know, for shock value, or shock jock, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And okay, yeah, she does those things, but there's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. You know, I believe that she really feels that way about Hitler. I do. I really do believe that everything that she wrote when she wrote that about Hitler is true. Okay. The only reason why I feel like that is because Hitler was pretty much a master manipulator. And I feel like that is how CK is. She's a master manipulator. She, even when she was covering the Andreacchio case, there were things that she was leaving out to perpetuate her own narrative. If she was just defending Dylan and Whitley and doing what she was supposed to be doing, she wouldn't be in this lawsuit right now. She wouldn't have. And then, you know, you think maybe she's changed a little bit. Maybe she's learned her lesson a little bit. Of course she hasn't. Because if she had, then why is she calling all creators trash on her live last night? Why? Why is she saying that people use her name for clout? Oh, trust me, I've heard it all, because when I would do videos on her, she said the same thing. She didn't say it, but her supporters did. You're using her name for clout. If I wanted to use CK for clout, I would have stayed on her panel. I would have continued to be on her panel and promoted my channel. That's what I would have did. I don't even think she knew I had a channel because I never told her. I don't have to use anybody's name for clout. No, I call people out on their shitty behavior. That's what I do. And if people don't like it, then oh well. It is what it is. Because people will call me out if they think I'm shitty. Okay? People will, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not some type of person that walks around thinking that I'm right about everything. And I damn sure ain't about to spew no hate to nobody. It's not going to happen. The way that she did this whole thing with the Andreacchio case, she deserves to be in this lawsuit. And I hope she loses. Okay? I do. Because you don't go on your channel and call you. Who the hell do you think you are? That's what I want to know. You think all of these creators are fucking riding on your coattail and talking about you for clout to grow their channel? Are you serious? So then if that's the case, then you use the whole fucking Watt click case for clout, right? You use calling Shanann a bitch, a woman who is no longer here to defend herself. You used her for clout. You want to talk about people use people for clout. What about you? Are you excluded from it as a creator? Why? Why are you excluded? But everyone else is using people, right? Everyone else is using you for clout, but yet you have used nobody. That's a fucking lie. You are infamous for calling a woman who is not here, no longer here to defend herself, a bitch. That ain't shit to be proud of. All of these cases you used for clout. And you spewed hate. And you're still the same. You're still the same. But guess what? It's all behind the scenes now. Now you got to be a little bit careful about what you say. You got to take all your damn videos and hide them behind Patreon. You think anybody's going to pay to see that? No. Well, maybe people do, but not me. I'm not going to pay to see any of those. All I'm saying is stop being a freaking horrible person. Stop hurting people. You need to stop. Nobody's using you for clout. CK. It's not happening. Nobody is. And if that's the case, then you better call yourself out, because you use people for clout too. That is, sorry, you guys. That is deflection when they use that excuse. It gets old hearing the same old excuse. Stop doing shady crap and she won't get called out. Thank you. Thank you. Do something. It's so crazy because I'm not going to lie. I'm not jealous of nobody. I don't have to be jealous of anybody, okay? I'm not going to lie. CK, I question her intelligence sometimes, because some of the things that she says is just like, okay. But anyway, under the surface or whatever, she is an intelligent woman with a very loud voice. She could have done so much good, because when she speaks, she has that way of getting people's attention. Okay. But she chose to go the negative way. She chose to go the way of, okay, I'm just going to spew hate because that's going to get me more people to watch. She could have done so much good with her voice, because she's an intelligent woman, and she just could have made a lot of great things happen, because she has that way of conveying her thoughts to people where they listen. And you could have done something good with that, but you chose to go the other way. And as long as you keep going the other way, people are going to keep calling you out and talking about you. And you don't get to you can go behind the scenes and say whatever you want to. I don't care. I don't care what you say behind my back. I don't give a shit, because I know damn well you can't say it to my face. Okay? That's for sure. I got kicked off her channel because I mentioned that the people she was defending had a criminal history. I was being polite about it, but it didn't fit the narrative. So I got the boot. Of course. I've seen her block and delete so many people, especially when I was watching her closely with the Andriacchio case. I've seen her do that to so many people. People would call her out or say, look, I thought you said this before. Now you're saying something different. You're absolutely right. I've seen her give a lot of people the boot. And the only thing I can say is I really do feel like she covered the Sophie Long case very well. We had that same mind frame. I mean, I wasn't as foul and vulgar as her, but we had that same mind frame as far as I was definitely questioning that video, but that's a whole nother story for a different day. But I just feel like don't sit there and say people are using your name to be relevant. Snap back into reality, sweetheart, because that's not it. That's just not it. You act like you're freaking Bailey Sarian or another big true crime person, Stephanie Harlow. You're nowhere near close to them. You've been on YouTube for how long? No. People aren't using your name for clout. If I want clout, I'm not going to talk about you, CK. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. But I am going to call you out on your BS when you do it. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's changed. Maybe this lawsuit has make her think differently or make her want to treat people differently. She's still the fucking same. She goes on her channel and accuses people of using her for clout. And every creator is trash except for her. Every creator. You're spreading. Let me tell you something else too. Okay. For those of you who are or think that you are friends with CK, you're not. She has no loyalty to anybody. Okay? You may think, oh yeah, Kendall Ray, that's who you were trying to use for clout. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Yep. Thank you. I thought it was really funny when you called out Kendall Ray for her to come debate you on your channel. Oh my gosh. I thought it was really funny when you called out the culpable and what's the other one's name? John Lorden? Is it John Lorden? That was funny. Did you really think that they were going to risk their entire career to go on your channel? Did you really think that? So you were trying to use them for clout, right? You wanted them to come on your channel. They have millions of subscribers. Do you really think that they would risk their whole career to go on your channel and debate you about the Andreacchio case? Keep dreaming, okay? Keep dreaming. Yeah, and Kendall don't care either. She don't care. No, not it was just so funny to me when she did that. Like, that was so funny. I like the culpable too. And like I said, I don't have a problem with anybody who don't believe that Christian Andreacchio was murdered. You are entitled to believe whatever it is that you want to believe, but you don't have to bash nobody. That's when you cross the line, especially a mother, a grieving mother. Like I said in my video, and I will continue to say, losing your child going before you defies everything against nature. It just does. I don't ever want to think about it. I don't ever want to imagine it. And to lose your child in that horrific way, and then you're bullying her. No. And I don't give a shit if whatever Ray Andreacchio was doing behind the scenes or whoever she was. I don't care. I don't care. What I care about is that she was being bashed as a mother. And nobody deserves that, right? Nobody. Let me see if I can play this real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for bearing with me, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys all being here. I know that there's a lot of people who have been hurt by CK. I know, myself included. I really was hurt when I seen that with the George Floyd thing. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Oh, thank you, allegedly, with Brittany. I like your name. Someone spent a lot of time putting all that. Yes, and they're still putting it together. That's the thing. It's not over. I think they're still doing it because there's things that was on there that I have to get up. So there'll probably be a part 2. I have to somehow pull it up. Alyssa still haunts me. Who's that? Or is it Elsa? No, it's Alyssa, you're saying. Okay, let me see if I can share this real quick, you guys. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. And mind you guys too that this is a new computer and Mac is just so different. So I'm just getting used to things, and I feel like sometimes it takes a while for things to download for some reason. Okay, let's see if it opens. No, it's not going to open. Like, I didn't tag that. I don't even think it's downloaded yet, so hold on. Thank you, Boston. I appreciate you, beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I missed any comments when I was doing the whole screen sharing thing. I apologize. If you have anything important to say, I will open up the panel in 1 second. What time is it? Okay, we have a little bit of time. I don't want to keep you guys for too long, so hold on. Did you see the attorney's review on her case? It doesn't look good for CK. I hope she has an LLC. She did do a response. If you guys want me to read the response to you guys, I can definitely do that for you if you want to hear it, because she did respond. I don't know. I thought she was representing herself. That's what I thought. I thought she was she's got enough arrogance to represent herself. Thank you, Steph. Thank you. You're so beautiful. Thank you, guys. I love all of y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to my mods. You guys are amazing as well. Thank you so much, Steph. You email me, Steph, when you think of a video that would be good for us to do together. Okay. Let me see if I can share this. Oh my God, my kids. Okay. Ooh, look at my Facebook. Isn't that nice? I don't know if this is going to pull up, you guys. Hold on. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to play this on my phone or my tablet. So let me pull it up real quick. I'll just pull it up and so you guys can hear it. And you guys will be able to hear it, trust me. My computer's pretty loud, so I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and play this and just listen.
The woman is easily 500 pounds. The reason she's doing what she's doing.
Hold on, I gotta rewind it. because my
I mean,
phone
do
wasn't turned up.
people
Okay,
really
so let
not
me
see-
turn this up real quick and you guys can listen.
I mean, do people really not see through Kathy Bates? The woman is easily 500 pounds. The reason she's doing what she's doing is because she can't do anything else. I'm sure she can't move out of that recliner because she's so big. And look, this is not me being judgy or being mean. This is me giving straight truth because I worked with morbidly obese people for 25 years. I had patients that were 750, 800 pounds that I was part of a team getting those people home, teaching them to wipe their ass again so that they could go home, teaching them better eating plans so they could go home and be independent. This woman is one step away from long-term care if she's not already in long-term care. So all the people that are constantly tuning into her are doing nothing but enabling her. The only reason she's doing what she's doing, sitting there with a phone up in her face, like Granny Fanny would say, because she has unlimited data. Unlimited data brought these freaks out of the freaking closet, and she's a freak. She's a circus freak. And she doesn't have the wherewithal or the intelligence to actually pick up crime cases and analyze them and discuss them and keep people interested in them. She doesn't have that kind of talent. She can sit there and cause drama with people and then sit there and talk about it on her channel with her fat face up in the camera, rather than getting off YouTube and getting her life in order, going on a diet. I think it's hilarious that Roger was in her chat telling her she needed to eat less sugar and carbs. Again, and you people that are tuning in, you're enabling this. This is sickness. It's mental illness.
Okay, so that was CK, and I'm assuming she was talking about Natasha. Here's something that I'm going to say, and this is just something that that needs to be said. If you have a problem with somebody, why would you reach for their looks? You can talk about anything, but why would you talk about a person's looks? I have never, never talked about anybody's looks, including CK. And the reason why is because there are so many other things to talk about. Why would I talk about her looks, for goodness sakes? Why? And that was the same thing that was being done to me with CK. When I was doing videos, and I've done maybe 3 or 4 videos about her or calling her out on her bullcrap, that's all her supporters did. They talked about my looks. You're ugly. Your eyebrows are horrible. I have a video where I was talking about reading the comments that she said about me. You're this, you're that, you're the ugliest person I've ever seen. And you don't know how to do your eyebrows. Just that's what they attacked me on. They attacked my looks. You couldn't talk about nothing else, right? So you talked about my looks. This is wrong, no matter who you are. It does not matter. If she has a problem with Natasha, if she has a problem with, I don't know, Goose, anybody, Tara, I'm just randomly saying names, whoever it is that you have a problem with, why is it that you have to talk about their looks and talk about in such a disgusting, vile way? She will never change, y'all. She never will. She will never change. I don't always agree with the things that people do, but you're never going to hear me talking about somebody's looks. It's not going to happen. Why? Because There's plenty of other things. Katie Joy, I'm not going to talk about her looks. People talk about her looks all the time. It's like all of the stuff that she does, and that's the only thing that you can talk about. All of the stuff that I said on video, on all of the crazy things that she's done, and all they're saying is you're ugly, you're this, you're that, your brows are ugly, your makeup is ugly, you don't do this right, you don't do that right, you don't say this word right. I think I've even had a couple racist comments. I'm telling you guys, this is, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt because of this loss. And I'm like, well, maybe she got a reality check. Maybe she's changed a little bit because she is not out there like that. But yet here she is. And if you're spewing hate behind the scenes, to me, that's worse. In my personal opinion, if that's what you're spewing behind the scenes, you might as well just spew it and continue to do the same damn things that you were doing. Like, come on. That's what I'm talking about. This is what she does. And I can never condone that behavior. But everybody's capable of change, right? Everyone's capable of change. So maybe you guys can tell me if you think she'll ever change. Because to me personally, people like that don't change. If you're that, it's obvious that you're a miserable person, right? You have to be miserable. Shh. Get out, Donovan, please. Sorry, guys. I had to put on mute real quick. But maybe she is capable of change. I don't know. I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but I will never, you will never see me talking about nobody's looks. Nobody's. It's not going to happen. As much as I can't stand her, and as much as, because I knew if her supporters were attacking my looks, you know, to me and, you know, on my videos and my comment section, then I knew that they were doing that behind the scenes. And like I said, I appreciate the people who have come to me and who have kept and have apologized. But those things, like, is that necessary for her to attack Natasha and her looks? How is that necessary? If you have a problem with her, why don't you go and talk to her? Why would you attack her looks like that? Why? That's disgusting. Open up this panel. Whoops, sorry. Let me see it here. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a night owl, you guys, but I am. It's my life right now. I have to change the battery in my camera real quick. That's the downside of having your camera as your webcam. Oh, hold on. Let me pin it. Like, that's just disgusting. That's nasty. That's vile. Well, what did I miss? Well, what did I miss? Oh my gosh, that sounds so weird. You can't defend these kinds of things, and it's crazy because she's obviously losing her friends. People she thought was her friends. I don't even know where my other battery is. Hey. Hey, Natasha, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
That's good. So you did a live about her too?
Yeah, I did tonight. It was actually really, really interesting. The last 2 nights have been interesting, but it is what it is. But
Hey, Natasha, how are
oh
you?
God, I'm playing you on my phone too. So, yeah, like I didn't even know who the heck she. I mean, I knew who she was, but I've never spoken to her. I've never, in any way, shape, or form communicated with her. I've literally never even watched her. And so when I got screenshots yesterday of her talking about me, I'm like, what? Like, for what?
Was this an old mod that sent you?
No. Mm-mm. It was somebody that it was in her Signal chat for her Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was somebody that watched me too, and they saw what she said, and it made them uncomfortable, so they sent it to me. And I was like, wow, who is this person and why? What is her issue? And so
And you've
then
never spoken to her?
never, ever
No.
spoken to her, ever. Mm-mm. Never spoken to her, never spoke about her. That's the really odd thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's crazy. Oh, thank you, Sakura. So I mean, I was surprised, and then things sort of made sense after the fact. I found out more today. I woke up this morning to 900. I'm not even kidding. 900 plus screenshots of her Signal chat and voice recordings and pictures, and I mean, it is absolutely disgusting.
So she just, wait a minute. There is no reason, absolutely no reason whatsoever that she would talk about you.
I've never
Are you
spoken
talking
about
to
her.
somebody that that she maybe hates? You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, not before this point. No. Last night after I talked about it, I was very surprised because Jay for Justice came on my channel. She actually came on panel, and I was blown away because Jay hasn't said a whole lot about anything that I've heard. Yeah, Nicole's been there, but you know, I don't have a clue. But then today I found out, and I'll tell you about it later. I'll tell you why. I'll show you. I actually have the screenshots to show. I figured out why she was talking about me. But I've never spoken to her, never spoken about her, never done any of that. And so I was just really surprised that somebody that I literally have never done anything to personally
Yeah.
Had that much to say. But then, I had this same issue 2 nights ago. I had another person come forward to apologize.
Yeah, I had 4 people message me and apologize for the horrible things that they said about me, excuse me, behind the scenes.
Well, I
like,
had this person was the person that came to me 2 nights ago. She's been all over Facebook and YouTube, just
mhm,
talking mad crap about me for months. And she just out of the blue sent me a Facebook message and said she wanted to go on panel, but she wanted to do it on somebody else's channel. And I asked her point blank, what did I ever do to you to make you say these awful things about me? And her answer was, you did nothing to me. I just didn't agree with the way that you handled things.
and so that's why, because she didn't agree.
Yes, that is exactly what she said. She did not agree with how I handled something. And yeah,
And she's been talking about you, because if you've seen
this person that apologized, she had been talking about me for months. And I mean, it was vile stuff and just all kinds of stuff. And, tonight I really got upset. And I got upset more so because a lot of my chat didn't understand why I was upset. But, what Kay said, of course it hurts. And, when people say stuff like that, especially when it's something that you can't control, as far as, my weight goes and everything that's happened since I had COVID. Yeah, I'm bad. I've gained a lot of weight in the last year. I know that. But,
well, we all have.
well, I mean, the things, and to say that I'm 500 pounds, I mean, give me a break. I'm under 300, praise Jesus. And so I'm finally able to walk around and breathe and everything else. So I'm doing so much better since I had COVID than I was before. It's, whatever. But, the things that she said, yes, they did hurt me, but I'm the type of person that just, it'll bother me for a little bit, but then it's happened too much for me not to just, going. So, I was just absolutely surprised. But then tonight, while I was live and while I was talking about this, I was already a little bit upset. Somebody who used to be a mod for me, and that I said some pretty bad things about. But I have since apologized for doing it. And we made our amends, but we really just haven't, talked a whole lot since then. And she came in my chat and she said, Natasha, despite everything that's happened, she said, you do not deserve this. And, and it just, how things just sort of hit you.
Yeah.
All at once. And so I just lost it. I just lost it. And I had to get off camera and just take a minute. But it was really just
because words, can hurt.
Well, the thing about it is, and I think the biggest thing about this one is I mean, for somebody to say you heard her, I mean, there was just absolute hate and disdain and everything in her voice when she was talking about me. She and I don't even know her. So I mean, how do you have that much hate for somebody that you've never spoken to? That's what I don't understand.
Oh, I'm here. I just had to put it on mute real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'm still listening. I just didn't want my kids to interrupt you. Well, the one thing that I know is
Mandy, no. Mandy, no, not Kay. Lord Jesus, no.
What about?
She thought I was saying that Kay apologized.
Oh.
That'll be the day. I think hell.
She's never gonna apologize to anybody or anything for the horrible, vile, disgusting things that she does. It's not.
No, and I'm telling you, and I mean, I'm gonna send you some stuff. I'll show you some of the stuff that I got, because I mean, it's oh baby Jesus, it's bad. And have you heard what she did to? I mean, Kim Kaufman was in here a few minutes ago. I had asked her to come over here because she's been doing some really evil shit to Kim Kaufman. about saying that she's some kind of porn star and sharing nude pictures and saying that they're Kim.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's been gross. And so, I had told Kim that you were talking about this, so she came over. I don't know if she's still here or not, but yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like she's attacking people because if she knows that you're talking to Kim Kaufman, we all know that she doesn't like Kim Kaufman.
Well,
right?
see, here's the thing. No, I found out why she's. I don't want to say it. I'll show you because I don't want to actually say it until you see what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of stuff, and you know how people talk behind, and so I'd rather just show it to you. I don't want to announce it publicly at this point. You know, and you're right, Sarah. She's got room. She doesn't have really much room to talk about anybody being a sex worker because she brags about sending out her own nudes to people. She's proud of the pictures that are going around about her. And I saw them on somebody's, I don't even know what it's called. Dang it, Mandy, what is that thing? The chats that people have. Not Patreon, it's something else. Discord.
She has a Discord that she spews
Well,
all her hate at.
well, no, somebody has one set up about her. They have a folder of stuff about her, and all of her,
yeah, I have that too.
all of her. Did you see her nude pictures in there?
Yes, yeah. Did you see? Well, I didn't. I only showed like the George Floyd stuff. The main reasons as to why I don't like her. But she asked her people to leak her own freaking butt shots.
Yes. I've got video of her. I mean, I've got audio of her saying it from her Signal chat. I played it tonight on my live. She said, I tried to get so-and-so to release that last year and she wouldn't. And I'm just like, oh my God, like she's proud of it. And it's the craziest mess I've ever witnessed. She said, I can't remember who the person's name is that she said, but she said, I tried to get so-and-so to release my ass pic last year and she wouldn't do it. And I'm like, oh my Lord. No, Mandy, you cannot make this mess up. You can't. And I'm telling you, I said this the other night. Is it just the Watts case or is it just YouTube in general? I've never seen so many hoo-haws and butts and boobs. I mean, whoever this poor person is that she's saying is Kim Kaufman, her private parts are being shown all over YouTube.
Whose?
It's a real person. Her name is Trixie Mitchell. And she's trying to say that it's Kim Kaufman, but she is a real person. And Kay is sharing her nudes all over the place, giving them to people and saying that it's Kim.
But it's not Kim.
No, you can look at it and tell it's not her.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Can't she go to jail for that? She can go to jail for that.
I don't know because I don't know how that works when you have an OnlyFans.
Oh, well, yeah, because OnlyFans isn't that for
she paid, I guess she paid to get them. I don't know. Because she says that Lana has one too, and she's about to expose hers.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Girl, she says that Lana and Kim met by being sex workers on Craigslist. And that she has both of their OnlyFans accounts and she's exposed Kim and literally she says Lana is next.
So this is the most.
You cannot make this mess up.
So she is going to leak somebody's pictures.
Yeah. She says it.
CK.
Uh-huh.
Lana?
She's already leaked Kim's, and she literally says it verbally in recordings and typed it out that she was going to do it.
How would she have Lana? How do you say her name? Lana?
Lana. Mm-hmm.
How would she have hers?
Apparently,
Oh my God.
Apparently,
This is just...
Listen, girl, I'm telling you, I have never in my life, the things that I have seen and heard in the last month, I literally need my eyeballs scrubbed with bleach. I don't understand.
Look, and that's the thing too. Like, if you send your pictures to anybody, that's your business. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I am not okay with Lana, showing those to other people. That's not right.
Well, it's not just Lana. Apparently it's, oh my God, I'm telling you, I've never in my life.
And how in the hell would CK get Lana's pictures?
Well, so, okay, listen, this is what happened.
Lana's probably sliding into her DM too.
Well, Kay even says that she doesn't believe any of these people that said that about Lana, because if Lana was going to come on to somebody, it would be her.
Oh my God.
I have that recorded as well. She says that all these people are liars. And I've got, you just wait. I'm telling you, I have over 900 screenshots, girl. 900. Mandy's seen the majority of them. Some people sent them to her too. Some of them. It's crazy.
So basically, she's getting worse.
Oh, absolutely.
She's not getting better.
See, I don't know a whole lot about her. As far as, I've never watched her. I've never associated with her. I didn't care, and I don't normally, until somebody brings somebody to my attention, I normally don't even know who the heck they are. I don't know who a lot of creators are. I didn't know who you were till the whole Mandy thing,
Right,
so, right. So I've just never dealt with her. And then when I got that last night or yesterday, I'm just like, why is this woman talking about me? What, and then we started getting so many, it's just bizarre, absolutely bizarre crap. But, she literally has, here, I'm going to send one to you real quick. Hang on. I'm going to show you what she is saying is Kim, and Kim knows all about this, and she doesn't care. So we've been laughing 3 days because this actually happened when she launched this plan when she was in Colorado.
Who did?
Okay.
Really?
Yep. There's one.
Wasn't there some kind of issues with her in Colorado, as far as, what were they saying? It wasn't like a meet and greet or something?
Just look at this picture. Does this even look remotely like the same person?
No.
Because that is really Kim on the left. Mm-hmm. I have pictures of Kim, like real pictures and videos of her talking to me. And that it doesn't look anything like her, but this is who she's saying is Kim. And this woman's name is really Trixie Mitchell. This is really her name. She does have an OnlyFans, and somebody has actually been in touch with her about it and told her that this is what's happening. And it's just the most bizarre bunch of mess. I don't understand it.
Why is she doing that? Like, the thing is about CK, like I said, I don't think she's a nice person. I think she is a very arrogant, miserable person.
Oh, no doubt. Mm-hmm.
She has spewed so much hate throughout this community. And I've literally I got tired of watching her do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a supporter of hers. And once I seen the type of person that she was, I'm like, deuces. I don't want anything to do with her. And she has done a lot of things behind the scenes too. I feel like she does more behind the scenes, but she gets her people to do the dirty work.
Well, last night, I had her former ex mod. She actually was her first mod, and she was supposed to be her partner. Was on my channel, and she was telling all kinds of stuff about her. Jay is coming live with me, and she is going to reveal everything about her. And
Is this live scheduled?
well, I have one scheduled for Thursday, and it's with Andrea Powers. I don't know if you've heard her name, but Lana talks about her all the time. Andrea,
Yeah, I've heard her name before. Yeah.
Andrea is going to be live with me Thursday, and she is spilling everything. She's been quiet for 6 months because they have harassed her so badly. And yeah, so she's going live with me Thursday, and then Jay's going live this weekend. So
okay, so if you said you have one live scheduled?
I have I have Andrea scheduled for Thursday. We did one last night, and you can listen to that. Emily is actually who Kay's ex mod was, the one that's done most of her dirty work. I mean, and when I say dirty work, I mean dirty work. They actually talk about doxing people, and Andrea was talking about how Lana would have her pull doxes on people.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the stuff that Andrea has to say on Thursday is going to be interesting because she has stuff on Lana.
That's why she's doing this then.
Well, none of this happened till last night after I found out about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of this came to fruition last night. After I went live about what she said about me. And all these people came to my channel, and then we started talking. So yeah.
And I'll be watching it because, like I said, everybody knows. You go back to my videos, I've always just held her accountable, and I've had this PDF for actually a while.
I knew that you had issues with her, but I didn't know what your issues were because the first time I watched you were actually talking about her, and I've missed the last couple of ones that you've done because my lives have been running so late, so I've missed them. Yeah. But because I'm normally here and watching every one of your lives, and when somebody because I just ended mine, and somebody sent me and said, "Do you see that Tia's going live tonight about this?" And I was like, "No, I'm going." And so
how crazy is that? That's crazy that you did.
All of us headed here from mine. No, what was crazy is how many people were watching tonight. And
I'm telling you, and she thinks people get clout off of her name. I don't have to get clout off of CK's name.
No,
she thinks she's. I don't know who the hell she thinks she is. But if I wanted to get clout, I would have stayed on her damn panel when I was cool with her.
I hate when people say that, oh, they're using me for views, or they're using me for subs, or listen, I don't need to use anybody for anything. Right. I have built my damn channels on my own, with nobody on my panel until February of this year. I never even had a freaking panel. I was always just me talking.
Right.
And I've been doing this for 3 years. And when people say that crap, it makes me so mad because I'm like, no. Mandy. Mandy just likes to piss people off when she says that.
Yeah, but I don't have to. Like, CK is, to me, she has been on YouTube for years. Okay.
Well, I didn't tag her. I just did a hashtag. I don't tag do
hashtags.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I don't tag.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't care nothing about that mess because this is my thing. People are either going to watch or they're not.
Right.
And I don't care either way. I'm still going to talk about it. So it is what it is. But she something ain't right with that woman. I mean, like, seriously, the stuff that she was saying, even about people like that she met while she was in Colorado, things she was saying about the other people that were there. She was talking about the clothes that they had on and the clothes that their spouses had on. And I'm just like, and then she was talking about how good looking some guy was, and then his wife was a dog. And I'm just like, oh my
She says
God.
horrible things about people. She really, really does.
And this was all new to me because I've never dealt with it.
It's disgusting. I don't have any respect for her. And it's like, you want to talk about people use your name for clout. Okay, well then let's just say you used the Watts for clout. You used the Andriacchio case for clout. You are infamous for calling Shanann Watts a bitch on Netflix and saying that it was her fault that she was murdered.
Yeah, I can't stand people who blame victims. That just
right. You can't go back on that shit. But yet now you're against well, the Rucheks, really. That's who I mean.
No, girl, she's against all of them. In these messages that I've got, she literally talks about them. She says that they're all holding stuff back and they're all lying. I mean, it is the most
disgusting,
just bizarre bunch of mess that I have ever seen. I don't understand. Yes, she calls everybody sociopaths that she deals with.
Oh, she thinks she's a psychiatrist. She thinks she's a psychiatrist, a counselor, an attorney. Like I said, if you guys want me to read the response that she did with the lawsuit that she has, that's what she really needs to be worried about. I wouldn't be worried about nobody. I wouldn't be worried about you, anybody who's talking about me. I would be focused on the $10 million lawsuit that she has. And it's all her fault that she has the lawsuit. And people are saying it doesn't look good for her, but I don't know.
Well, I've seen it, but I mean, I read the response today, her answer, and somebody said that.
Thank you, Nicole.
Not Nicole. Yeah, somebody said that that she and somebody that's on her team that's a paralegal, I guess, wrote her response, and
she's representing herself.
She's an idiot. Point blank, an idiot.
That's because she thinks she's an attorney. I'm telling you.
Well, I can tell by the way that she speaks about people. She said that she basically acts like everybody is like nobody is anywhere near her intelligence level. That's how she, and she even said,
peasants that don't think like she does.
Well, she even said that people had no intelligence, and that people were what did she say? Oh, low IQs. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then she said, I've even got idiots who send me gifts and say they worship me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she literally thinks she is like the Queen of Sheba. I've never in my life, for somebody who has 18,000 subs, she thinks she is.
And that's not a lot. It's a lot, but that's not a lot. Like, come on now.
Overall scheme of things, it's nothing. I mean, I've got 6,000 and I'm a pissant. So, I mean, she ain't that much better. She might be a fire ant.
You've been on YouTube for how long?
Me? Since October.
She has been on YouTube longer than that.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I do know. I went and looked at her channel today because I was curious. She started her channel in 2014.
Well, so, I don't know if she's been doing videos for that long, but I know she's been doing videos for a long enough time to where she should have more than 18,000 subscribers, in my personal opinion.
Well, I agree with you. And all of the Mandy keeps saying she's jealous because I haven't been on for a year yet. My audience is bigger, but and Mandy's cracking me up about this mess. But I don't know. She literally says repeatedly she doesn't understand why people like me. She doesn't understand why people watch me. And I think to me that's the funniest thing that people say. Because
I don't understand why people like her. I don't understand why people watch her.
That's what I'm saying. It cracks me up when people, just because somebody doesn't like you or doesn't agree with the things that you say or whatever, they have an issue with you, and they can't. The people that can't get it through their heads that theirs isn't the only perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just blow me away. And it's like she thinks that everybody should think the way that she does.
And you call people peasants because they don't. Anybody who goes against what you say,
that to people.
Yeah. Anybody who goes against what you say, they're peasants. But yet, the people who agree with what you say aren't peasants. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, everybody is supposed to agree with her. So if you agree with her, you're not a peasant. But if you don't agree with her and you are against the things that she says, then you're a peasant. Wouldn't the people that agree with everything that she says is a peasant?
I've never watched her. So she literally calls people peasants.
Yes.
Out of her mouth, she calls
people peasants that do not agree with what she says.
She
just like what I
read
read about Hitler. Like I said, had I not seen the things that she said about Hitler and George Floyd, maybe I would still be a supporter. I don't know. But when I seen the things that she said about Hitler, that he's an amazing man, yeah, no. To me, she means that shit. Like I said, okay, she's kind of like Howard Stern. She's like a shock person. She says these things for shock value. More people are going to be interested in you if you are shocking them and saying horrible things, right?
Well, yeah, because somebody told me she said that she ate a Jew or chewed a Jew or something.
Jews taste like chicken. That's what she said.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
She has said some disgusting, vile things. And it's like, how could anybody support that?
I don't even.
She said it was a joke, but how can you joke about something like that? Like, what's funny about that?
What?
There's nothing funny.
First of all, who jokes about being a cannibal for one, and not so she's not just a cannibal, but she's a racist cannibal?
Yep. In my opinion, like, if you say those things about George Floyd, like, I read it in the beginning, you probably missed it, but all the things that she said about George Floyd and basically saying it was his fault, I'm sorry, she means that shit. Or women shouldn't be in the military. What are we, in the freaking 1920s? Like, she just no. There's no way that I could see how anybody can support somebody like her. And like I said, if she has a problem with you, what does your looks, your physical appearance have anything to do with how she feels about you?
Well, the thing about it is, and this is what I said, she said she's never watched me. Okay, well, if you've never watched me, then how do you know I can't move and get out of my chair and I weigh 500 pounds?
Exactly.
So you've had to watch me before you said something about me.
Right.
Hey, Brennan, too.
Your physical appearance has nothing to do with anything.
You were on her recommended.
Well, welcome. Is it?
She's one of my viewers. Yes.
I like that. I like that name.
I like it when people find you from the recommendeds. That's a good thing. That means you've hit the algorithm, girl.
Well, I'm happy about that. Like, I don't like to talk about drama too much, but I will always be ready to talk and call CK out. Don't like her.
It honestly doesn't have anything to do with who you talk about or what you talk about. It's basically just when your views rise, when your numbers rise and they stay consistent, you'll hit it and you'll start getting recommended more. But anyhow, back to this whole debacle with her. She's a
horrible person. I'm just saying, if she has a problem with you, she could have came to you. She didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, for me to not even know that she had an issue with me to begin with, that because I've never spoken to her, never spoke about her. You know, she literally has no reason to have an issue with me because I've never done anything to her. You know, if she doesn't like me, that's fine. But why say such
vile, disgusting,
horrible things about somebody that you don't know? And,
right.
You know, it's just ridiculous. And the thing about it is, you know, and people, you know, people are always going to make videos, and people are always going to make videos about things that bother them. And people are always going to make videos about people that they don't like. This is YouTube and it's social media, and it is what it is. And, you know,
that's what I'm saying. I can't help it if people were to make videos about me, there's nothing you can do about that. You know what I mean? There's really nothing.
No, there's not.
When people are attacking your looks, like even with Katie Joy, I really don't care for her, but I could talk so much about her. I don't have to say anything about her looks. She gives you enough to say about her. And all I'm saying is if she had something to say about you, why couldn't she just take it to you?
Tara,
that's the problem.
You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head.
Lana. Oh, yeah. Now, see, I don't know Lana. I really don't. I don't know anything about her. I've watched her a few times. I know she lives in Ohio and I live in Ohio. She definitely has a little bit of that Ohio swag. I can see that in her. But in this whole situation, as far as her sending people's pictures, I don't like that. Like, if somebody sends a picture to you, why would you send those to other people? I don't like that. I'm not saying that she did it. This is all allegedly, but I'm just saying if this is something that she did, it's wrong. It's wrong to put people's pictures out there when they are giving this to you in confidence. However, I understand the other side, and people shouldn't put out pictures because it can get out there. You always have to have that in your head when you send out a picture, you guys.
Well, this is what, you know, and I say this all the time.
And you live and you learn from it, you know.
I say it to everybody. You don't say anything private that you don't want to be said public, because there is nothing private on social media, nothing. I don't care who you think you're talking to, whether you're one-on-one or you're in a group. Nothing that you say is private. And if you say something private, you may as well say it public, because eventually it's going to get out there. More than likely. And that's why I just say whatever I want to say public. What's the sense in it, you know?
I feel like you shouldn't say anything behind anybody's back that you can't say to their face.
Exactly.
So anything I speak of, I have no problem saying it to that person. I don't say nothing about nobody that I can't say to their face.
I'm right there with you. I mean, I could care less about that. I've been that way my whole life, but I'm not going to apologize for it. You know, people can like me or they don't have to. I don't care. You're never, and this is something that somebody has been saying to me a lot over the past couple weeks. You're never gonna please everybody, and people are always not gonna like you.
Yeah, and that's life.
It's not my job to care, you know?
Right.
I'm not gonna change who I am because of somebody else. Point blank. So, you know, and you know, private. Well, that isn't very nice. Private should be private. Well, in a perfect world, I agree with you. But unfortunately, people suck. And once things are put out there, they are. Well, Tara, actually, we found out last night, Kay's ex-head mod, whatever, told us that Kay is the one that got that picture and shared it everywhere.
Yeah, I remember when she did that too.
And she was talking about how it happened, and yeah.
I remember when that whole, and I don't think that's right what she did to Frankie either.
No, I agree with you.
That was horrible.
You know, somebody else sent it to her, and it was, it is what it is. And I don't agree. If you're not involved in something, I don't think you should put things out there. But if you're involved in it and your name's in it and your name's mentioned, you got just as much right as anybody else to talk about it.
Well, see, this is why she's mad, because I'm sure this is just going to make her even more mad that you're doing a live, with people who obviously don't like her on your panel. You know what I'm saying?
See, the thing about it is, I don't give a shit. She shouldn't have talked about me.
Maybe she'll come up on panel.
And more power to her.
Right.
More power to her.
That would be great if she actually came up on panel and said things to people instead of saying it about them.
But she won't. Most people won't. Most people don't. But it is what it is.
You never know. She might, but I'm saying that's one of the reasons why she might be all.
I mean, we dropped the link last night, and we actually said, here it is, because at that point, I don't even remember who was on panel last night. It was that Emily, and I don't know her, but she was Kay's first head mod.
Oh Lord!
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
She came up, and I had to mute her because she wouldn't.
The girl who interrupt. What did you have to do?
I muted her because she wouldn't hush.
She don't let nobody talk.
Well, she did, because I told her. I finally just said, "Listen, nobody can hear Andrea. You got to be quiet."
You go listen to Jay for Justice. Well, she has a channel that's called What's the 411, and she was on there. And I'm sorry I don't know her, but what I do know is that she interrupts as if nobody else is talking, like she's the only one talking. And I have a problem with people like that, because when people interrupt you like that, which I can do that. I can be disruptive sometimes and interrupt. I try not to, but not like that, not to that extent. And when people do that, it makes me feel like they think that what they have to say is more important than what anybody else has to say.
Well, Andrea Powers last night, she speaks really quietly anyhow.
Yeah.
So people were having a hard time hearing her, and she would start speaking, and then Emily would try to speak over her. So I just kept muting her.
Yeah, that's the only problem that I have.
I don't know the girl. I don't know her at all, but she seemed nice, and I have no issues with her. She just does. Brandy, yeah, I know everybody was. Everybody in the chat was complaining about it. But she was on panel, and Andrea was on panel, and Kim Kaufman was on panel, and Jay for Justice was on panel.
Oh wow, we had all them on panel.
Yeah, last night they just all popped up there. I wasn't expecting it. After I mentioned about Kay, so it was crazy. And yeah, so tonight, same thing happened. I talked about it, and I played all the clips, well, the majority of the clips, and showed some of the screenshots. And then Kim came up, and Jay came up, and Mandy was up. We were just talking about a lot of it, and it was crazy. Yeah, Tara, I don't know. It was late last night, and I don't think she was, well, none of them were expecting to come on panel, because Andrea I had already talked to Andrea earlier. And when I found out about what Kay had said to begin with, I talked to Andrea, and we had already planned for her to do Thursday. So, we just didn't realize that they were going to come out last night, but there were some things that they wanted to say. So, I mean, I
don't know Emily like that. All I'm saying is I just know she interrupts. That's all I know about her.
She does interrupt. I mean, it may be a nervous thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Her nerves.
You're right.
She had a lot to say, and I know she has a lot of information about Kay, and so does Andrea. So I'm actually really.
Jay for Justice has the most, because she's known CK. They were, I think they went to high school together. So
they did, because Kay was saying some trash about Jay tonight. Jay was in the chat. She was in the chat as 411, and it was crazy. But yeah, it was nuts. But anyhow,
Jay for Justice has definitely stayed quiet and very classy throughout this thing. Like
she has,
yeah.
And I was really surprised because well, Andrea told me that Jay watched me, and I had no idea. And she said, "Girl, Jay loves you." She said she texted me the other night at 2 a.m, and she said she was dying laughing and asked me if I had watched you that night. And I was like, I didn't even know. you don't know who watches you. You can't tell who watches you unless they participate in the chat.
Right.
So I had no idea. And then when Jay came on tonight, she said something about I needed merch that said something, and she said, "I told y'all I watched you." So it was funny. So it just goes to show you that you never know.
Yeah, you never know who's watching.
Because Molly Golightly came on tonight, and I was like,
she actually came on my panel before, and I didn't even know who she was.
Well, that was me tonight. It was just like, good Lord, what is going on?
I thought she was friends with CK. She's not.
Well, when she listened, she heard what she said, and she said, "I am so sorry. This is disgusting." And she sent me a super chat. It was, yeah. I think what she said about me really surprised a lot of people, especially when people realized that that I've never spoken to her.
Yeah.
I think that really surprised a lot of people that, they thought that maybe we had some kind of beef or that there was some personal issue going on. And when I explained, look, I've never talked to her. I don't know her, don't want to know her.
Well, she's been, I can say that with CK, she's always talked about you because, like I said, in my PDF that I showed, I just, went through all of it. It's 90 pages long.
Girl, you're going to send me that PDF.
I mean, yeah, it's 90 pages
about me. So she's talked about me before?
Yes, it's on there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if you go to the beginning of my live, you'll see your picture and you'll see the comments that they said up under your picture.
I had no idea.
And that was in like 2020. So she's been talking about you.
2020?
Just talking, yeah.
So when I first came to YouTube?
Maybe it has to be. I'm pretty sure it was 2020. It might have been 2021, but she's been talking about you.
Wow.
This PDF is from way back. It's like from I don't know who this person is, but God bless you, girl. It's from the very beginning of when she started her problematic behavior.
Wow.
And your picture was in it. And I just kind of breezed through it. But if you go back, you'll see your picture.
It amazes me. It amazes me how many people talk about me that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
I don't agree. Like, that's horrible. The things that she's saying, I definitely will watch. Very interested to see. When is it? Tomorrow? Well, technically
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Thursday at 9. The time may change because depending on I'm waiting to see because we've got it set for 9, but it may be a little bit earlier. Just depending on what happens.
Well, I'm Eastern, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you'll be good because Andrea and I are both Central, and it's just going to depend when she gets her kids down. So we're tentatively set for 9, but she has small children, so depending on when they go to bed, it may be a little bit before, a little bit after. Just depends.
I'm excited to see this because, to be honest with you, I can't have any empathy for somebody like her. She is I think she's a miserable human being who does nothing but spew hate, and misery loves company. And I feel like there's some people who are capable of change. Knock it off. There's some people who are just not capable of change, and she's one of them.
Well, I know. Yeah, no doubt. Because, like I was telling you about that other woman that said that, she just didn't agree with how I handled something. And so she's been stalking me basically and saying bad stuff about me all over the place for the past few months. What's interesting is then she literally said this on Kim and Crafton's panel the other night when they were mediating. She said, well, your ex-mods and I, we watch all of your lives and we just sit there and watch you and we just get so mad at the things that you say and do. And I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. You mean y'all watch me in tandem together? Who does that? You know what I mean? Who does that kind of stuff?
I would say if they hate you, why are they watching you?
Me and you both. I mean, I literally had to stop her and I said, wait a minute. Did you just say that you watch me with my ex mods? She's like, yeah,
That's just
yeah,
weird.
we watch you and we get mad at the things that you say. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, so then don't like that doesn't make any sense. Like, come on, people. Like, if you don't like somebody, you do know hate watching, it doesn't matter. You're still watching, you're still a view.
They're still giving me views and I love it.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
You
That's
know.
why I always say thumbs up or thumbs down.
Right.
Either one is
It's
fine
all
with me.
interaction. It's all the same.
Amen. Amen. But
That's
yeah, you
what
can
I
hear
say.
it if you go to Kim and Crafton's channel. They have it where she says that. I'll try to get a clip of where she says that and send it to you. Because yeah, the person went by Truth Teller. That was supposed to be their name. It was crazy.
Oh, I've seen that name before. I've seen that name.
Yes, it was nuts. I mean, when she said that, we all just like, what did you just say?
It's on Kim and Crafton's channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
The lady wanted to do it there so they could mediate. So yeah, it was nuts. They ended up kicking her off the panel because she was cussing at Mandy, but it was because she was actually one of Mandy's mods at one point.
Lord Jesus.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
It's
Crazy.
It's never gonna stop though. Drama doesn't sleep. It is what it is.
No, people are always gonna not like people and talk
Right.
shit, and it is what it is. And I told this woman, she said that she had done some soul searching and some self-reflection. She wasn't proud of the things that she said and did, and that she just couldn't participate in the stuff that the mods were doing anymore. And I said, okay. And she said, I said, but you do realize the stuff that you've said and done about me is no better than what you're accusing me of doing. So I don't understand the mindset, just move on.
Right.
Find your own thing and a hobby, color or something. It's real relaxing. I don't know.
I feel like people are, drama balances out your life. Like, you see how many people are in my chat right now. If I was talking about, I don't freaking know, science, you're not going to see this many people in my chat.
Yeah,
Like, it is what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying?
People kill me because they say, oh, well, Natasha stays on her drama channel because she knows she gets more views. Well, I do my true crime stuff too when I want to do it, but the true crime stuff, it drains you, especially some of these cases lately that we've been doing. There's so much about children, and it's hard.
Yeah, it does drain you.
And so, I mean, true crime is the only other thing I want to do, but there's been so much going on lately. And the good thing about my other channel is we talk about all kind of mess.
I think, you want to talk about drama, go ahead and talk about drama, but own it. Own it. Don't try to say, oh, I don't do this. I don't do. No. You talk about drama. Like I say, I'm a commentary channel because I like to talk about a little bit of everything. Girl, but it's mostly me holding people accountable for their actions. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I don't care what anybody thinks, but I'm just saying tomorrow I could be talking about, I don't freaking know, YouTube or just anything, conspiracy theories. And you're not going to see these many people in my chat.
No, you're not.
And it is what it is.
People can say whatever they want to, that they don't like drama,
but
and
they're
tired of the drama, and they're tired of this, and they're tired of that. But they're the first ones that are there watching.
Exactly.
It cracks me up.
That's what I'm saying. It is what it is. Not that I'm saying I'm gonna, because drama is draining too, especially when you are the common denominator. Or you're the person that's being talked about.
And that's like I said. People call it drama. If it involves me, it's not drama. It's my life,
Yeah.
So it may be drama to somebody else, but it's not to me. So, people can say what they want to, but it is what it is. Just,
I look at it like this. As far as when it comes to CK, I think it's disgusting, Natasha, what she said. Like, she's just a disgusting person. So call her out. If she's going to say these horrible things, she deserves to be called out on this. Okay. I don't, but if you were just talking about her just to talk about her, that's different. But that was disgusting what she said on that recording.
Well, a lot of the stuff
You haven't talked about her. I mean,
people say a lot of disgusting stuff. And that's the thing that cracks me up. You know, people want to talk shit, and then when I call them out, then I'm causing drama. So it's okay for people to talk shit behind your back, but if you call them out for it, then you're the problem. It cracks me up. People are hilarious.
Well, you better get ready for her little minions to be attacking you, because they attack me all the time.
That ain't nothing new. I got plenty of them. Join the party that surrounds me daily.
I'm surprised. Well, no, they'll be in the comment section. They're not going to be in here now.
I love them.
Call them out and cuss them out, whatnot.
I love them. Like I said, whoever they are, they give me views and they boost the ratings on my channel. So keep watching.
But trust and believe they will be in my comment section, and I don't care. I don't care.
I don't either.
And
there's a block button for a reason.
Exactly. And I think that CK ultimately, I can't say that I don't like cancel culture. I don't believe in cancel culture. It's not real. If that's the case, James Charles would have been gone a long time ago. Jeffree Star would have been gone a long time ago. All these people, and I'm talking about even bigger YouTubers, they would have been gone. So I'm not trying to cancel CK. I just feel like she's a person that definitely needs to look in the mirror and get off of her high horse. Yeah, get off of her high horse, because she has spewed so much hate, and now she continues to do it. The only difference is now she's not doing it on her channel because she's being watched.
Oh yeah, that's why she's doing it in that signal chat. But can I share some good news?
Yeah.
We had court today.
Court?
And with Mariah. I had court this morning about Mariah because of all this bullshit. And the judge was awesome. And he said that he's funny because he's old fashioned. He's an old Southern judge. And he said social media is the devil. But he said that it is. But he said, you know, Mariah's healthy, happy. He said, I remember where she was when you got her. And he said, nobody that knew her then would know her now. And he said, we are doing nothing. She is staying right where she's at.
Oh, well, that's good.
He said, we are pushing this adoption. And the goal is to have it done by November. So today has been an awesome day just because of that. So, you know, not a whole lot else has really bothered me, but I'm so excited. And Mariah too. I wish you could have seen her face. It was a relief.
Yes, she's very beautiful.
She turned 14 on Friday. So we had a pretty stressful weekend worrying about this, but today it was better news than we could have hoped for. So I just wanted to share that because, you know, we heard a lot about
that's congratulations
and everything else. So that was something to celebrate. There's way too much bad news, and I figured I'd share something good.
That's a blessing. Obviously, she belongs with you. You've been taking care of her for a long time, and I could have told you that. People calling the CPS and stuff, that's the one thing that I don't agree with. Don't go and take it with the kids. Kids are off limits. Don't ever bring up somebody's kids, and it's wrong. Like, I am 100% against it.
I agree 100%. It's crazy. And I mean, who'd have thought that Mandy would be in here praising, you know, my virtues at the moment? Y'all, listen. And I'm just gonna say this because people are probably like, what? And I say this all the time, but me and Mandy, we have a love-hate relationship, and we fight like cats and dogs. But it is what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When we're good, we're good, and when we're bad, Jesus help us.
Well, you guys were definitely not good on my panel.
No, we were not. We were not. And a lot of things have calmed down since then, and a lot of stuff's changed. So I think we're headed in a good direction this time. I think so. Anyhow, if not, we'll be fighting again next week. But you know, it is what it is. We're like two freaking sisters fighting. I I act like her mama too much, mainly, and boss her around. So she'll tell you I do, because when she goes live, I'm like, what are you doing? I've done it, I don't know how many times. Like, she goes live and I'm like, Jesus, what is she doing now? See, she's telling you I'm bossy. I know I am. I act like she's one of my kids. I'm like, what are you doing? Who are you? What? Why are you? Yeah, but it's funny. But anyhow, thank you for letting me come up, and
thank you for coming up. And I will be watching.
Yeah,
Thursday.
go watch that one. Go watch the one from tonight so you can see all the screenshots of what she said about Kim, because that stuff's interesting.
I will
And
watch
it's on there
I'm gonna do another video live about her
too.
anyway, because I'm going to continue to call her out no matter what.
I don't blame you. Well, trust me, I am too now.
I will be watching every time you do.
Don't worry, I am too. And that's like I said, I wasn't her enemy. I had nothing against her, but now I am. So
well, I would be too if she was saying those disgusting things
she got
about
what
me.
She wanted.
And she probably has. I just haven't been sent. It hasn't been sent to me yet. But if
I haven't finished going through all these things, so I will keep an eye out for your name.
Definitely keep an eye out. And thank you so much for coming on panel. I appreciate it. You. And you have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Camera back on. Well, I just took it off because I was smoking a cigarette and whatnot. All right, you guys. We're going to wrap this up. It's been a long night. I hope that, you guys can see now and understand why I do not. Why are you upset, Phoenix? You guys can understand why I do not like CK. I don't think that she is a nice person. I think she is a horrible person. And she's not nice. She, unfortunately, a lot of you guys cannot go back and see the things that she has said, as far as like with Christian Andriacchio and the things that she said about Ray, the things that she has said about just all of the things she said. If you want to really get and be a witness of the things that she said, all you got to do is take it back, go to Netflix and watch the documentary on the whole Watts situation. You'll hear her at the end literally victim bashing Shanann. She just does a lot of horrible things, and they're horrible things that need to be called out. But I've never ever went real life on CK. I would never bring her children into it. I would never bring her marriage into it. I would never bring her looks into it. The only thing I will say is she does not, the nerve of her to be talking about anybody else's looks. Sorry. You're not freaking a beauty queen. But I would never sit there and just bash her as far as her personal life, because I don't know anything about her personal life, and I don't know what kind of mother she is. You guys already know how I feel about that. I don't live in the same house. I don't know. But what I do know is that she is a horrible person, and she is a hateful person. And for somebody to be that miserable and hold that much hate in their heart, we all know misery loves company. To have that much hate in your heart, it's dangerous. It can be dangerous. And the sad thing about it is that she has her, mods, and people do things for her. She doesn't do these things herself. That's, I think, what bothers me the most about her, because I think it bothers me more that people are willing to do those types of things for her, because I want you guys to be clear, and we're going to end this on a good note. YouTubers are not celebrities. I will never, ever, ever see a YouTuber as a celebrity, ever. And the reason why I say that is because even the bigger YouTubers, I'm sorry, I don't look at even bigger YouTubers as celebrities, because you're a public figure. but you're not a celebrity. A celebrity is Beyonce. A celebrity is freaking, I don't know, Will Smith, Kanye West, Taylor Swift. Those are celebrities. YouTubers are literally just public figures. We get in front of a camera, but we're not celebrities. I'm not going to go all over the world and be well known, and neither is CK, Critical K. Neither is James Charles. Even though James Charles has millions and millions of subscribers, there are going to be places that he goes that people don't know him. I don't care if you have 1 million subscribers or whether you have 10 subscribers. YouTubers are not celebrities. They will never be celebrities to me. If I see Jackie Aina, and she's one of my favorite like beauty gurus, if I was to see her, I'm not going to go crazy when I see her. I'm going to look at her and say, oh my gosh, I watch you all the time on YouTube. How are you doing? But if I see Beyonce, I'm going to probably hyperventilate. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm going to hyperventilate. I'm going to be like, oh my God, it's Beyonce. There's a difference. And I think it's very funny. Yeah, but James Charles cannot go. He has millions of subscribers. Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, they do. They are big YouTubers. However, not everywhere that they go, they're going to be noticed worldwide. It's just, I don't agree with that. But I do agree with they are public figures and they are very popular and they have millions of supporters. But I don't look at any YouTuber as a celebrity. I look at celebrities as celebrities. Yes, you might see James Charles for this controversial things that he does. Sometimes you might see him on TMZ and all these like gossip magazines, but you don't see him being followed around by paparazzi everywhere he goes, like a celebrity per se. Yes, which is true, but I look at celebrities as celebrities and public figures as public figures, and to me, they're two different things. Most celebrities are known worldwide, anywhere that they go. They can go anywhere. It doesn't matter where the hell they go. People are going to know them. But as far as like a YouTuber, there's going to be places where they go around the world where people are like, who is that? You know what I mean? So I just feel like people, what Natasha had said, that somebody had sent something to CK and she, I don't know, said that they worshiped her and something. And it's like, are you serious? Like, no. She is not even close to it. And let me tell you something. When you're on YouTube, you're supposed to grow. I don't see her growing that much. Quit trying to get your head out of your ass and quit thinking that people are obsessed with you and they use your name for clout. Oh, so people just say, I'm going to go and talk about CK today for no reason. I'm just going to use her name so people will like me. Almost, yeah. Yeah, Mandy, you can look at it that way. But she needs to get her head out of her ass. She has not changed one bit. I thought she changed. I was wrong. I was so wrong. And I won't ever give her the benefit of the doubt again, because at the end of the day, I feel like she's never going to change. She irritates me. She really does. And I just hope one day she learns her lesson. And I know a lot of people are saying this lawsuit looks bad for CK, but I'm just telling you guys, defamation lawsuits are very hard to prove. They really are. No secret, I am no fan of Ray Andriacchio. Her lawsuit is a massive sham. Well, that's fine. You don't have to be a supporter of her. I'm not saying that you do. All I'm saying is the lawsuit itself is not I just don't think it's going to go far, but I could be wrong. I hope it does. I hope it does. But I don't see it going that far because defamation lawsuits are very hard to prove. There's a fine line there. And it can come to that place where you're violating somebody's right to freedom of speech. Thank you for being here, Mandy. So all I can say is, you guys, be careful who you choose to support. Just be careful, okay? You don't want to support the wrong people. Take a lesson from me. I used to be a supporter of CK. You go back and you see me on her panel. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Well, I hope she doesn't do that because I'm talking in defense of her, Phoenix. There's tons of footage of CK claiming Ray was the reason her patient self-harm. That's pretty defaming. It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I used to be a member, but CK, back to the old Karen I never cared for. But yes, I agree. I don't like that lady. I know a lot of people are entitled to have their own opinion. Good night, Diamond. I'm about to wrap this up too anyway. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. Just be careful who you choose to support, because not everybody is nice as they seem. And there are a lot of people out there spewing hate and being just horrible people, and CK is one of them. And obviously she still is. She's just doing it behind the scenes, and people need to know about it. People need to know the horrible things that she's even doing behind the scenes. You're not a nice person, but get over yourself, okay? Get your head out of your ass, because ain't nobody using you for clout. Quit giving people a reason to do videos about you, and then people will stop, including myself. But if you keep doing having all of this problematic behavior and doing the things that you're doing and doxing people and talking behind people's backs behind the scenes and saying horrible things, whatever, you literally called all creators basically trash. So you are the only one who is a great creator. Keep dreaming and get over yourself, okay? It was a pleasure being here with you guys today. Thank you to my amazing mods. You guys are, as always, amazing. And I love you guys. Thank you guys for being so respectful in the chat. Thank you for being here with me. Spot on my shirt. That's really, really bothering me. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the super chats. I wouldn't be here doing this if it wasn't for you guys. I'm almost done. I wouldn't be here doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So I appreciate every single one of you. You guys literally make my entire day. And because you guys are so respectful and, not saying anything horrible and things like that, it makes me love and respect all of you even more. So thank you so much for being the amazing people that you are. And tomorrow we are going to be discussing a little bit about the Sophie Long case, because I think there's some things that need to be clarified. And I will give you a little bit of input because I've been there in a way. So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. And absolutely adore every single one of y'all. Thank you for being here. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I promise I'll be on tomorrow, and I will try to be on here as early as possible. Bear with me, you guys. I'll be on here a lot earlier once school starts. Never been here before? I thought I've seen you before, Sandra. I love you guys. You attract awesome people to your chat because you're an awesome person. Well, thank you, Boston. I love all of you guys. You guys are so amazing. And you make me feel very comfortable, because obviously when you're not when you're worried about people being disrespectful in chat, it can make you feel uncomfortable. But you guys are always so very respectful, and I appreciate it. Even Phoenix, even though you don't like Ray Andriacchio, you're still respectful about it, and I appreciate that. Truth is, an ex-patient did self-harm, and Ray did break HIPAA. It's all in writing, all online by Ray herself. Okay, well, we're not going to talk about that, Phoenix, and the reason why we're not is because at the end of the day, Ray is still a mother of a child who is no longer here. And we're going to be sensitive towards that. We're going to be sensitive towards that. I don't know about all that, and maybe we'll do a live about that one day, but I want us to be respectful because Ray Andriacchio has been through a lot, and I couldn't imagine what she's been through as a mother. You just kind of have to try to put yourself where she is. There is another Sandra in this community. Then that's maybe the one that I may have seen. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll try to be on here a lot earlier if I can. But either way, I will be on here. So get out of, you don't even have a shirt on. That's my older son. That's about to go to bed. But
I'm gonna lose my tooth soon.
Okay, get off camera, please. Okay. There's always a way to do things respectfully. I agree. As long as you do not, I would never ever stand for anybody bashing CK as far as appearance or her looks. She can do that. Let her do that. But we don't do that over here. Okay? We don't do that. Yes, he's losing his tooth, but I need to go get them ready for bed because they're getting closer to going to sleep earlier by the day. Because I'm trying to transition them out of the night shift and back onto the regular schedule because school's going to be here before you know it. So hopefully every single day they go to bed an hour earlier. So hopefully I will be able to be on here a little bit earlier tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being so amazing, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I love y'all. Bye.